Chatterbox, where we always have something to say.
Feel like that's where your music is headed? Do you think you're going to try and gear a little less away from the R&B neo soul sound and gear towards hip hop, or you think you're still going to continue with all those elements?
I think I just want to continue to make music that I feel like I love to make, you know what I mean? Whatever comes out. I think that I know naturally what type of music I feel like comes out of me, and, you know, that's music that's generally soulful, and, you know, music that has a lot of truths about life, very vulnerable, you know, even can be a lot of meaning behind the words in these songs. You know, a lot of it is the feeling. But definitely, like, I feel like by experimenting, it opens me up to be able to work with other artists and show my versatility to be able to hop on other types of tracks and have other types of people on my tracks. And so I don't get boxed into kind of one thread of music, you know, because I feel like because I've been exposed to so much music, it's really strengthened my love for it. So I definitely want to try to create and use this as an outlet as much as possible. So, you know, I feel like, yeah, definitely a new direction, but an experiment.
An experiment. Okay, because, like, I also want to touch on your collaboration as well, like your view on collaboration, because obviously you're open to it. Obviously, that's part of your growth as an artist, is collaborating with different artists. But what's your approach? Like, is it people that you reach out to people, or is it just kind of happening naturally where, like, you know, you meet an artist, you vibe with their sound, they vibe with your sound, and then all of a sudden you're making music together? How are you going about
Definitely, I'm definitely an in-person type of vibes guy. You know, I think it's hard to kind of really translate energy, collaborative energy, over the phone or over email. I mean, I've tried to do it, you know. Me personally as a person, I struggle with communication in some regards. So sometimes, you know, like, if I feel like I'm feeling it 1 second and I'm not another second, it can be difficult to communicate that, you know what I mean? And to kind of go in these slumps as an artist. But definitely, if I'm in the studio vibing with somebody, I really like their sound, I would love to just kind of get them in there and see what they think. I'm always sending my tracks to artists that I respect for their perspective and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm always open to collaborative energy.
Okay. So, like, I know that you're open to collaborative energy, but even when we were down in LA, you basically had like a little collab session. Yeah. Because, you know, even though you had your performance with us, the morning of, you had a studio session. So tell us a little bit about that and, like, how that even came about. Like, did you just start reaching out to people when you knew you were coming
when I
to
knew
Cali?
I was coming to Cali, I wanted to reach out to some people that I knew. This guy, Kenneth Brown, who I went to Morehouse with, who played in my band when I was doing some shows out there. I hit him up and he was like, you know, like, I want to get you in a studio session, you know, so we could link up, you know, just see each other, but then also too, like, you know, chill, like, you know, link up in the studio, be on some musician stuff. And, you know, so he set that up for me, you know, shout out to him, and, you know, that was really dope. I ended up going there and meeting this guy named Anthony Cruz, who had worked with my parents a while back. And it was funny because I have people tell me they know who my parents are. I'm always like, yeah, okay.
Let them know who your parents are, for those who don't know.
Kindred the Family Soul.
Of course.
You can look them up on Google.
Not on Google.
No, but they're a neo soul based group out of Philly. You know, they've been doing it for 20 years. Just dropped a new album. Shout out to them. Auntie and Uncle grabbed that. But yeah, you know, so people tell me that I usually kind of just keep it on the chill, like, you know what I mean? Because it's like I always just try to see vibes and stuff. And he ends up telling me, like, yo, dude, it's so crazy because, you know, when I met your parents, that was my first placement record. Was on one of their, it was a remix to one of their most popular songs, Far Away. And he was like, I was 21.
Wow.
And he was like, it's crazy to be here in the studio with you, being 21, and you're an artist.
Yeah,
and
that's full circle.
And it was full circle, and it was random. So, you know, for me, that was another reassurance moment. And it definitely was, like, really cool to be out there and to chill with him and talk to him, and him to tell me some stuff about my pop. You know what I mean? What he knew, you know what I'm saying, about working with, you know, them and that experience for him. So that was pretty cool. Like, it resonated, and he ended up coming to the show, which was really dope.
That's awesome.